Journal party live. Let's groove and vibe. Come on now. Hands on fire. Thoughts taking flight. Together we shine.
Words intertwine.
Journal party live. It's journaling time.
Yeah. All right, party people. What is up? I guess we gotta. There we go.
Hi there.
Gotta switch scenes. Music's loud. What's up?
Hi
It's
guys.
Wednesday.
Journal party
We're doing it again.
No.
I don't know why that happened. I think we just felt like, in case you missed it. What's up, Gabby? Good to see you. We got LaFrancis Porter's in the house.
Hi there.
All right, folks, we'll give everyone just a couple minutes to trickle in, and as per usual, we'll do what we do. Say what's up in the chat. Let us know who's here. I see we got Kathy's in the house. Awesome.
Hello, Kathy. How's it going?
We're in another house. It's not our house, but it kind of is, though, because it's family, We've been in and out of Airbnbs, as some of you know, for most of the year. And actually, this is Alex's mom's house. So I'm loving it. I was kind of looking ahead at some of the prompts here, and I've actually been feeling a lot of little small moments of wonder and whimsy over the past week, and I think some of it has to do with just being in like a nice, friendly space.
I think so too.
It's been
sure.
weird being in Airbnbs. I love them, but
For vacation.
yes,
But not so much living there for months at a time.
right, a little bit much. Got Bria Love's here, Deidre's here. What's up? Nahal's here.
Oh, welcome back. Nice to see you.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to this evening, as I usually do. By Wednesday I'm super frazzled. Like it's pretty rare that I'm not like frazzled going into Journal Party Live, and I always feel so much better coming out of it. It's such a nice way to get to the back half of the week. Alex was in rare form coming on here. You all right?
Oh, I'm good. I knocked water all over my computer and journal right before we started, but everything got cleaned up, so I apologize for the delay. We are here. We are ready to journal.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, what made you pick this evening's program?
Again, there has been a lot going on in our lives and just been really overwhelmed lately. And I find myself not taking stock of the wonderful little things that do happen and pop up, and those quiet little moments that, you don't always give the recognition it deserves. But I think it's time that we all kind of, find those little things in our lives to bring us happiness and joy. And I think everyone could always use a little bit more wonder in their lives.
LaFrancis said, you can write out the stuff you want and don't want in your future home. Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
We're trying not to bring anything we don't need in there.
You have a point there too, which is like we've been in several homes over the past several months, and you do get to kind of, I definitely don't want that. Definitely want that, and yeah, I'm excited. Alex and I, we've been laying on mattresses and sitting on couches and showrooms and stuff, and I think this next chapter is going to be super comfy for us. So I'm excited.
I think so too. Absolutely.
All right, folks. Without further ado, let me go ahead and get the Journal Party platform up here on our screen. For the uninitiated, I don't know if we've got any newbies in here tonight. It's a lighter session, but this is the Journal Party guided journaling app. Well, this is the web version, but there is also a mobile app available at the Apple App Store and on Google Play. And so what we like to do is we like to debut some of our newer programs on Journal Party Live. And so you don't have to have the app or the website open for this evening. I'll go ahead and I'll be streaming it on the screen, and Alex and I will take turns reading the prompts and journaling alongside you. And then at the very end, we all just hang out and share our insights and community. It's a lost art these days, but I think we're finding it pretty good. So I'm proud of us, and I think I'm looking forward to this evening. I think it's going to be nice. We've got, let's see, 6 prompts, 23 minutes. 20-ish minutes seems to be about the sweet spot according to the research that we've read. So I think it'll be a nice little sesh. Everybody ready? Let me know in the chat who's ready. Anybody got any new journals, new pens, or special snacks? I miss hearing, who was it who would come on here and like always cooking something?
Oh,
I'm jealous. I'm hungry.
yes. And I have a little blurb just about, tonight's program.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead?
Yeah. So tonight's program is all about finding glimpses of joy and awe, aka wonders, in our everyday lives. We'll explore how these micro moments affect our senses, what memories they evoke, and how to hold on to these moments long enough to really enjoy that sense of wonder. So I'm excited. I think, again, everyone could really benefit from taking stock of the wonderful little moments that happen along the way.
I love it. I'm big on wonder. This world it's a real big mysterious place, and it's kind of crazy when you think about like the minutia that we obsess about, and if you're not careful, you can end up having a bad time when there's all sorts of wonder and goodness happening out there. So, all right. Well, you don't need to hear my take on it. I think you'll find that in the prompts and in the pages. So, I see Nahal said she's got a new pen, and I got a new puppy. Nice.
Cute.
Oh man. One of these days we're going to have a little puppy show and tell or something like that on here. All right. And Francis said okay. I was reading it backwards. Gabby has tacos and juice.
Nice.
Love it. Terry's got a new journal, handmade just for the journal party.
That's amazing. You make your own.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right. Well, let's put it to good use. Alex, you gonna do the odds or the evens tonight?
I enjoy the odds, so I'll start us off.
You do enjoy the odds, myself included. All right. Let's get this party started.
Catch the moment. Choose one small thing that caught your attention recently. It might be light on a wall, a sound outside, a stranger's kindness, a plant, a sky, a smell, or a tiny coincidence. Write the scene in a few plain details.
Next prompt, describe what pulled you in. Write what made this moment feel different from the rest of the day. Focus on color, shape, movement, sound, texture, scale, timing, or surprise.
Let the world get bigger. Write what this small wonder reminded you of beyond yourself. Did it point to time, nature, memory, other people, luck, patience, change, or something else?
Notice what it interrupted. Write what you were thinking or carrying before the moment caught you. How did your attention shift, even a little?
Make a line worth keeping. Write one paragraph that turns this moment into a line of perspective you want to keep. Keep it specific and believable. Let the wonder stay small enough to be true.
Leave yourself looking. Finish by naming one place you can look for small wonder today, or tomorrow if it's really late. Write one sentence about how you want to meet it if it appears. Oh yeah! Oh, we got the turtle today.
Oh, fun! I don't
Love
feel like
that.
we've had the turtle.
The turtle's a rare one. That's like
It
it's
really
like it's special. Awesome. Well, everyone, I'm grateful that you journaled through that with us. Please let us know how you did in the comments or in the chat. How'd you do, Alex?
Really good. This was very nice. Past couple of days, I've been extra stressed, as you know, and just kind of running around a little crazy. So it was really nice to just stop and, take into account some of the few things that I've really, enjoyed. And one of them is I was getting ready in my mom's bathroom the other night. I was trying not to wake you up in our bathroom, so I went and got ready in hers, and I've been in that bathroom a million times before, but I turned on all of the lights and it really like illuminated the countertop, which had swirls of like a very light, pretty, feminine, almost purple color that I had not noticed before. And again, with all the lights on, it was just like it was glowing, it was gorgeous, and it's something.
Great surfaces in this house.
Yeah, they're great surfaces, and just I've always known that there were great surfaces in this house, but again, to see it with all the bright lights on it, it was just like, oh wow, this is something. First of all, I can't believe this was found organically in nature. I didn't know that. It's a shade of purple that I don't see a lot with flowers and stuff. So just knowing that this was an organic color coming from nature was just incredible. So yeah, and I really, I'm not as mindful as I'd like to be, and I really took my time to look at it really closely. I got nice and close to the countertop. I ran my hands across the countertop. I looked around.
You had a whole experience.
I had a whole experience, a whole sensory
I
experience.
didn't know about that. I love it.
Yeah, it's just one of those little moments that you don't always share necessarily with people, but it
Right.
really did kind of take me out of my head and really put me in the moment and really made me just appreciate the beauty that I was beholding. So,
Cool.
so yeah, that was mine. What about you?
So mine, I feel like some of the prompts were pretty good about teeing you up with like some suggestions or examples of like kind of how to get going, and my mind kind of took it a totally different direction, but I still found quite a bit of wonder, and lots of really good feelings came out of it. Actually, the other night, when we were sitting here just in the living room and just watching TV, I don't know if you remember, but I just kind of like at one point I remember looking up and just telling you like I feel really really happy right now, and just kind of noticing that. And what was actually going on was, I think for the first time in like a long time, I feel a part of me and my life has been restored in the sense that I have family again in a way that I've really been longing for and missing. And I think the irony here is like the whole family wasn't here. I mean, you were here and you're obviously my family now, but it was just the notion of like having a place to be, like having space that, is for you because it's like part of your family. And I was just thinking like I was remembering like how it used to feel to like come home from college and go to my parents' house.
Mhm.
And, there'd always be like a couple friends there or something because we'd all be coming home at the same time. But it was that feeling of like, all right, like, your parents aren't even there necessarily in the room. They're off to bed or gone or whatever. But like, the lights are low. You got a good show on. Everyone's like snuggling on the couch with like blankets, and like there's good food. The fridge is stocked. The pantry's stocked. And it's just like a far cry from the Airbnb experience. And don't get me wrong, we've had a pretty fun little journey, but like there's definitely, it's different being here. It's like I feel at home, and I realized like I feel at home. And like, I mean, we've been married for over a year now, and so like I'm glad it feels that way. I'm sure it does, but it's like I haven't had that realization, and certainly not in as a part of someone else's family necessarily. And I don't want to call it someone else's because it is mine. And I think that was like the realization, just this like sense of wonder, like there's something going on here that like, the environment produced that insight or that sense of wonder. But it's just such a nice feeling, that feeling of like being like home and supported by like a family space. And just I've been really like charmed by that experience, and it's kind of like been my happy place over the last couple of days, like just in my head, like just like knowing like, okay, like things are good. I'm supported, and this part of my life that I was really worried was never going to be back. Like I really missed, because when my father passed in 2015, like, my mom sold our house, and like it just wasn't the same. Like, we were all trying to find our way, and it kind of felt like a bomb went off in my family life and everything like that. And certain parts of it remained, like, home is where the heart is and all that kind of stuff. But like I just remember just being snuggled up and just being like, like this is I forgot what this was like. This is nice. And it was just a really sweet memory and
I love
experience.
that.
Yeah.
So glad.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So taking a look at what was going on, I see Lauren B saw a deer in the yard. I think that happened like right before we got started. So pretty
nice.
cool moment.
I love seeing nature, outside. Last night we heard something in the bushes, and I was secretly hoping it would pop out of the bushes and I could finally see what it was. I think it was,
unless it was like a dude. And you're
oh, I know, yeah, not in that case, but I think it was a raccoon, maybe a coyote. I saw a coyote, a couple weeks ago during the daytime, and yeah, like coyotes are you don't want to get close to them, but just seeing like a baby coyote run by me was like, hey, that's really cute. I like that. Just those little tiny things. So I
Those
totally,
coyotes are out and about these days. It's the season. It must be.
I think they're having
We
all
got to
their
check
babies
our
and running
house
around.
cams.
I know, yeah. We've had a lot. But yeah, if anyone else wants to share just some of those special little moments they've picked up on lately, it's yeah,
I'm not sure how many people are still with us, but we've got.
yeah,
I saw Terry was saying something that was experienced today. That's always good when it's
I love that,
timely.
Terry.
I had to like kind of like think about it for a minute. I'm excited for my there was the prompt where I said, if it's late, you can pick tomorrow as well. And I was just thinking, I'm so excited actually. I'm going on a hike tomorrow morning
Oh, yeah.
with like a long lost friend, kind of. I might have mentioned this before, but a friend who I was in a band with, and like we were super close, and then I hadn't seen him for like 10 years.
Mhm.
I find out he's kind of back in town and living here now, and even crazier, he like does the same kind of really like specific work that I do. Like he understands like the jargon that I know and everything. And I'm just so excited to like, I mean, I was kind of trying to build off of the theme of like, oh, I really enjoy like shared joy and like spending time with my loved ones. Like I'm pretty good at like identifying like, oh, it's the ocean. The ocean's great. I love this, but it's like how much better is everything like when you're experiencing it with somebody that you love. And not that we're gonna like be like, on our hike, like necessarily just geeking out about nature the whole time, but it's just that, to go through life feeling supported and having loved ones around you. I think, it's one of those things where like I yearn for it when it's gone. And and now that I'm recognizing it coming back, like I was trying to like really just like etch it into my brain. Like, do not take this for granted. Like this is like I was so upset to like lose that and wondering if I would ever find that ever again. And like to see that like the things that like really make me tick and like really make my life like really special, kind of coming back. And it's like, oh, okay, time in life, ebbs and flows, weird seasons, and produce all sorts of, adversities and triumphs and things like that. And, I think, however you want to judge it, positive or negatively, like one thing that I've really realized is like, okay, like the people who are going through it with you, like that there's something to that, whether you're judging it good or bad, like there's that other piece of it that just makes everything, special, no matter how you're judging the situation. So
Absolutely. And I saw Nahal had mentioned her puppy, and I know we don't have a puppy right now, but just, we've been looking at pictures and videos of our dog as a puppy, and just the sense of wonderment that a puppy has is the most beautiful thing ever. I mean, and young children as well, but
right.
I mostly look at puppy videos. But just, I was just thinking about our dog and how every little like thing is a new discovery for them, whether it's like, their reflection in a mirror, taking our dog to, the river and him experiencing, feeling water on his paws for the first moment. And I just know that, it's so cute. And I love that. So that's another one of my
right, to look at things like through like a child's eyes or
Yeah.
a dog's eyes or something. You're right,
It's so
it's
true.
all wonder all the time.
I know. Yeah.
And it's so
Absolutely.
crazy to how we ever like spoil things down into monotony or anything. It's like, are you crazy? This is great. Like, I
Right?
mean, at least that was my dog's mentality. He's like, well, like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you're sad? This is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. It's so
uh
beautiful.
Kathy said, today was a stressful day with advocating for myself and my forever baby. When I took a moment to breathe after feeling defeated, I realized just how great our community and support is. They helped me advocate, and I didn't know how much they were. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, again, it's like life is going to produce what life produces. Like I think most of us in this community have had a healthy or perhaps an unhealthy dose of it. It seems like at times. And one thing that's just a recurring theme as I dig into these pages is just like how important it is to have support, and to like don't be afraid to lean on it. Like for the longest time, like I didn't want anyone to think like I was like weak, or that like I needed help, because I was too big. You're too concerned about like my own ego, or how I was being perceived. And like the more I just shatter that and lean into like the support where I can get it, it's like, well, good, because the other part of that is like you may take support, and that may give someone permission to receive that later. And I think we all gotta lift each other up. It this world wasn't designed for anyone to handle alone.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'm sorry you were experiencing some difficulty, and we've heard about that in our times together. But it always seems like you're particularly good, Kathy, at finding a little light in every scenario that you've shared with us. And so it's good to even if you're just like, I mean, sometimes I have to like force myself to have that angle of positivity, but it's like, I think it's like a muscle, you got to train yourself to lean on optimism a little bit, and to, have some positivity, and ultimately, try to produce the kinds of experiences that you want, but also knowing full well that it's just gonna, there are bigger forces at play. And I guess we can be overwhelmed by them, and we can succumb to them, but we can also be in awe of them, and experience the wonder, and try to, I think there's all sorts of lessons and insights for us clearly here that, can help us navigate the remainder of our days in a hopefully easy and relaxed sort of way. That's my mantra lately. I'm leaning into ease and relaxation where I can get it.
Absolutely.
Gosh.
Just the importance of community. I'm so glad you have that, Kathy. I know, I would say, we're building a community right now, and, we're going to be moving soon. And I'm just looking forward to kind of reestablishing some, older relationships, like bringing them back into our lives. Like you said, like now that we're coming back to an area where we used to live, like there's, it's just that reconnection of everyone coming together and meeting new neighbors. And I'm really hoping for that real sense of community, because where we were before we didn't really achieve that. I never felt like, we really belonged there, and
At the other house.
yeah, and everyone was in it together. And, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I think we went a little too far out of the, everyone said, "Oh yeah, don't worry, it's hop on the highway." Never see him again.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, so now we're bringing it back in. Convenient. And we've got a really awesome little pool and barbecue spot. I'm so excited. I can't wait to, gosh,
Never had that for
the
sure.
best. Nahal says, I'm thankful for the bright moment of moving into my new place, supporting my son through his education, and being the safe space for our new dog. My dad had a hue of pink.
My day.
A day. Dad.
I was like, I don't think.
Yeah, it's I got everything like shrunk down because we
I
got
know. Those last words I always think
my dad. She's like, not my dad.
oh,
Hey, who says dads can't be lovely in a hue of pink?
yeah, that's beautiful, Nahal. Oh my gosh, of course you are that safe space for your dog. We're not quite ready yet, but I can't wait to be another safe space for a future friend.
I mean, I can't believe it's interesting how many of us and how many party people are like in flux, in motion right now, like
Yeah, a lot of
moving,
people
and
are moving around.
life's always changing, but it is kind of interesting how like pretty good chunk of us are like actually physically relocating. And hey, look, life transitions are one of the best use cases for journaling, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Puts everything into perspective. And I mean, I can only speak for myself, but it's so funny. Like, I bring my problems to my journal a lot. And you notice how much of those problems are like not real or like self-imposed. Like, and I mean, that's, again, personally, and it's just like, oh, like it's interesting. It's been interesting for me to like lately to notice like the tendency to try to like make things. I was telling you this, Alex, the other night, to make things like more important than they actually are. And then like you look at something that is actually important, like family and how it supports you, and the way that that makes you feel. And like the crazy part of that is like that is actually really easy and really effortless. Like that insight was produced out of me like lounging and kicking back and actually allowing myself to like just to be just to
Right?
be
So important.
versus like the first half of my day is just so often just like so much striving and like, this is important, this needs to happen right now, and how dare you do all this, and it's just like like, and I'm not gonna remember that. I am gonna probably remember how awesome it was to like kick it here, and like the first time that I really felt like at home with my new family. Like, I don't know, profound, I think. Maybe not. Kathy said, I was trying to count out the positives to improve my mood, but had to pick up meds and found out how much the pharmacist was pushing for things to be done properly for my daughter to get what was needed. The unexpected from a place I usually grumble about.
Kathy, that's big. At least in LA, for whatever reason, the pharmacy is like, it's a lot of chaos and a lot of people don't seem to care. I think they're also just like very overwhelmed and stuff. So I'm really happy you had that experience today. And it always feels so good when people recognize you and are like, listen, like, I got you. Let me make this right. Let me do my job right. Let me make this an easier situation for you. So I'm really happy that you had a couple of those moments today where, even though everything was really frustrating, at the end of the day, you had community and people advocating for you and supporting you. And
Well, how nice is it when someone like with such an important job actually cares
yes,
about that? Like Alex and I have been talking about this lately, like because we've had to get help from a lot of people to especially when you're in life transition, like moving or something. You have to set up different services, you have to get insurance, there's all sorts of different things that have to happen, and like you really see how everybody in society plugs in, and it's like I'm sure you've all had the frustrating experience of like feeling like a lot of people just don't care, and how much that affects you, like because you need you need them to care, right? And then on the flip side of that, like when you find somebody who's just got like pride in what they do, how they're showing up, and like it doesn't even have to be like I mean, I think in your case, great example, pharmacist, super important. Like, yes, thank you for taking this knowledge that you like clearly had to go to school for, and like you're actually caring. It's not just you clocking in and clocking out and collecting a paycheck. But I mean, even for the stuff that's like seemingly less important. I mean, Alex and I, we went to a mattress store the other day, or like last week, and we're just looking to find a new mattress for a new house, and the sales guy came out and was just like, not only was he like charming and super friendly, but like super knowledgeable and proud, and like you could tell he was just like interested in helping us, not to make the sale necessarily, like, and actually pointed us in a direction that would have actually made him less money, but he knew it was going to be a better fit for us and stuff like that, where it's just like, thank you for caring. Like when people care like that, that is another unfortunately that is becoming a wonder. I feel like
it really is. Yes, it really is.
But it makes a difference, and I notice. So I hope everyone out there, this group, I'm sure has pride in their work and what they do and how they show up, for sure. But it's important. We're all, even if it's all just a dance, even if it's all just a play or a show, the stage is set. Like, show up, perform.
Yeah.
You never know when the final curtain call is. So
absolutely.
Kathy says, it wasn't completely her job to do, but she did because she understood the urgency of it and fussed with the lack of communication that was happening. Yeah. Oh, that's another one. The lack of communication now. I mean, I want to say that like some of it just has to do with like the shift in technology that's happening as like everybody figures out like how to deal with automation and stuff like that. But yeah, like it is so nice when a human shows up in your experience as a human to a human. Like,
And in
it
the
makes a difference.
customer service space, oh my gosh. Again, I came home the other day and I was like, I've been on hold for 40 minutes. I've been messaging like their chat support and nobody is getting back to me. And it's like these are businesses that are taking your money. Like again, it would really mean a lot. It would be hard enough to pick up the phone, to offer those services, to get back to you promptly, like all those things. So I hear that. And Kathy, you said she turned your color from fire red to a deep pink. That's beautiful. Again, it's just like, yeah, it's progress. And it's like, it takes those few special people that really, really care and really want to do their best. And, especially recognize like the severity of a situation. Love that. Love that. That means people are paying attention and they care. And that is a wonderful thing. Caring is awesome.
Yes, we care a lot. What was that? The Care Bears?
I don't. Care Bears.
No. Well, all right. Well, folks, I want to thank you once again for showing up, hanging out, and journaling with us. Alex, do you remember what you picked for next week? So we can...
Yes, build a tiny ritual. So we will
Cool.
kind of help you pinpoint, something tiny you can incorporate into, your day-to-day life and hopefully make it a ritual and make it a regular thing. So
Rituals can be powerful. I'm sure we'll find all sorts of really good insights out of that one. All right, folks. Well, getting to the top of a new hour here. My tummy's growling, and I'm looking forward to enjoying this wonderful home family space, and so thanks for doing this, and thank you for exploring your own sense of wonder. And I hope that eyes, ears, all the senses are just opened up to this big crazy world that we're living in, and it can be easy to get swept away in head garbage, but we also can choose to look at it a little bit differently, and I hope that this was helpful for you in that pursuit today. So again, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, rest of your week, and as always, party on.